What is up, guys? Of course, welcome to our Week 9 battle or the quarterfinals against Tampa Bay, Luxray, or Mono. And yeah, Gothenburg Garchomps got into the playoff for some reason, really, because I kind of can't decide whether or not I'm worthy. Now, I have a record of being more efficiently when it comes to playoff, and hopefully, that kind of doesn't waver off. Because we did end the season 4-4, much like LBA, we ended up 6-6. So, that's a terrible record, and I feel I'm not really worthy. But I'm glad I'm going against Tampa Bay Luxray or Mono again, because Mono barely won our last game, and I think there was definitely a game of brawn and intelligence more than the matchup itself. Now, I do have a distinct advantage over Scissor with his team. His team does not like Scissor, and I could hopefully use that to my advantage. Now, having that said, I'm not gonna go over specifics here, sadly due to lack of time, and I'm on vacation. I'm going to tell you guys what I'm bringing. As you guys can see on the screen, this is the team I'm bringing. So it kind of fails the point, but I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm using and what their EVs are basically. I'm screwing this up. I'm not doing a re-recording like that. Anyway, he has Mega Blastoise, Current Black, Scald, Cresselia, Gligar, Magneton, Diancie, Zoroark, and Typhlosion. Now, straight off the bat, there are monsters I know he's not going to bring. Typhlosion is definitely not up there. I barely think Diancie is going to make it here this time. It didn't necessarily do too much last time, and well, let's just say that I feel Diancie is kind of bad for this matchup. Now, with that said, he could go out of his way, but I'm not feeling it. So yeah, with that said, I think he's going to bring Mega Blastoise, Scolipede, Cresselia, Gligar, Magneton, and then it's basically between Zoroark or Current Black. And I think both of them are viable for this matchup, but I think Zoroark is better. But Current Black, if he deals with Scissor well, then Current Black is devastating for me. Depending on the set, of course. But yeah, with all that said, like I said here, we're gonna go with the same kind of Scissor as last time. I'm not bringing an Occaberry variant this time, we're gonna bring with Shed Shell instead. Basically, so I can switch out. Mono played so great against me last time, where he actually was able to not only log in my, of course, Scissor, but actually play around it. So much so that it didn't necessarily mean how much I played it with it, because he actually not only locked it in, he Volt Switch, waved it down a bit, and then in the part fired on it. It got it out of the way, so I think Mono is too smart a player for me to use that tactic against him, so Shed Shell is a smarter option. It is, sadly, I should say, the smarter option. But yeah, basically, it can sweep the team. Gligar, I think, is the only one to potentially wall it, but I can set up against it. So I'm not too scared about that. Ooh, and I'm joning while I'm recording. I kinda love that, though. Next one is Drapion, and Drapion is pretty much the same set as last time. Sugarberry, Jolly, able to actually tie with Current Black. If it is a timid variant with knockoff, Earthquake, and Ice Fang with Sword Stance. Now this Drapion is either the best set, or it is the best set for this matchup, no matter how really turn it about. But depending on what he decides to bring here, Drapion is either my winning condition, or it could be sacked off early. I think tying with Current Black is the most important part, because he needs to go for Earth Power to KO Drapion. There is no way that either Outrage or, of course, Dragon Pulse take Drapion out due to defensives in mind. It is a statted set, but like I said there, we do have some offensive pressure. So getting a knockoff onto that could be super important. And then after that, Cresselia can't deal with it. I'm enjoying it. Mega Blastoise probably can wall it rather well. That Scolipede can't necessarily want to KO it. So there are things going for Drapion here, and I think this is the best set in mind. Next set is actually Sceptile, and Sceptile is pretty much the same as last time here. Hidden Power Ground, basically to one KO Magneton, basically kill it on a switch in is the ideal situation. Dragon Pulse, Giga Drain. I had Leaf or Grass Knot last time, but Giga Drain I think is a smarter choice here. I was considering Leaf Storm, but considering that it has Scolipede, I don't want to give him a situation where he can come in on it. And then we have Toxic over Substitute as I had last time. Toxic is basically for Cresselia. Because last time I was kind of, I had a substitute, but I couldn't use it properly, and Mono played better against it. So I feel that I can't bring substitute this time. He's gonna know I have something for the Scolipede, but I'm feeling that he's much more likely to overpredict and attack it. So I hope that is basically what I'm going for, because if I go for a Dragon Pulse against it, I'm doing like 90 damage, 90%. So my hope is that, well, basically that he goes for attack and I get Dragon Pulse, lose Sceptile like that. If he goes for Protect, then that's fine. I will have switch-ins for it, much like Scissor really. Oh, I'm joining it. Love it. So anyway, Scissor is the #1 check for Scolipede. So as long as I have Scissor, I can pretty much use Sceptile I like. Next one is Thunderous, and this one is a bit more different. I had a Scarf last time. This time I feel that I'm bringing it more with defenses in mind. We have speed enough to outspeed Cure in Black if it's timid. With Focus Blast, Focus Blast, Hidden Power Eyes, Thunderbolt, and Nasty Plot. I do believe Nasty Plot could be used well here. In best case scenarios, I could go, if he tries to lock me in with Magneton against Scissor, I can switch out to Thunderous and then go for Nasty Plot. It's very unlikely that he is able to outspeed me. If he's able to outspeed me, it's going to be with Zoroark and of course a Scar Cure in Black. Oh yeah, and the defenses should keep me away from being KO'd by Rock Slide from Scolipede if his life hopes. That's something that I keep in mind. Gonna try my best here to keep Thunderous somewhat healthy. Leftovers is there basically, so make sure that Leftovers just push me a bit over. If it decides to go for Stealth Rock, would go to Yenchi or Gligar, and at least having that in mind. So yeah, with that said, we have two new sets that I think are much more prominent. I'm gonna start talking about Heracross. Heracross has Natural Gift, Ice, 100 base power. It is adamant, and it has to be adamant specifically to be able to actually one-shot Gligar after one Swords Dance. I was walled last time by Gligar. I didn't want to have that set, or this set, because if I face Mono again, this is gonna be one of those mons that does decide the factor. Can I get that kill is the most important part. And anyway, Heracross is like extremely offensively good against this team, basically. And I feel that Mega Horn, Earthquake, that Natural Gift, is basically what I need. I'm adamant, max attack, and I'm able to, if I remember correctly, to outspeed a defensive Gligar. That's basically all I wanted. The rest it puts on the defenses. It is there to be able to take poison jabs from the Scolipede. Scolipede is one of those mons that Heracross kinda checks, but if I'm over 50%, then I'm very likely to fall to poison jabs. The extra defenses are there to ensure that I at least have a chance of attacking it back and retaliate with an Earthquake. I'm currently like really early in the morning, so I'm really sorry about joining. Try to actually get around that, but it doesn't work. Last one is, well, Gardevoir. We have a Cassibberry to be able to take a poison jab, and enough speed to, I do believe we're faster than something here. Yeah, faster than Blastoise. We have Psychic Moonblast, Thunder Wave, and Healing Wish. Now, the stabs are basically good fillers. Magneton does wall this set really well, but at the same time, I do believe I have the most amount to be able to deal with Magneton anyway. And outside of that, no, wait, no, I'm sorry, we're Moonblast, Focus Blast. I'm sorry. Anyway, outside of we have Thunder Wave with Cassibberry. It's basically there to be able to take a poison jab and then Thunder Wave the Scolipede. That's all I want. Plus, it kind of nerfed Cure in Black, so you can't lock yourself to Outrage. If you decide to do so, then I get a free Thunder Wave on it the next turn, which is something I can't decide here. Healing Wish, you're there to keep whatever boss is falling healthy, and mainly Heracross Sceptile. But definitely Thunderous if it didn't match up the size for it. But yeah, that is the complete team. Like I said, there's nothing really big to it, and it's basically because I'm kind of stressed today. I kind of am. Like, I'm with vacation and whatnot. I simply don't have the time to record too many things, and I really want to record this at least, like the best I can. And my God, I mean, I'm facing this guy on Monday. I record this, so this is, I believe, Saturday morning. So I really had a team in mind here, what I wanted to kind of go at, and I decided to unbench Frostlass for this matchup. Basically, because I had it last time, I kind of want to enforce him here to have a spinner on his team because, well, let's face it, Frostlass is extremely annoying for his team, but it's kind of weak, and I really need a Gardevoir for those extra mods that sadly does well against me. Gardevoir might be one of those ones that easily RP and fallen, but my god, it can't keep pressure. So I'm definitely hoping for both Gardevoir, Heracross, Thundurus, Sceptile to do well. Scizor is there as a potential sweeper, but he dealt well with it before, and I'm not going to act like that is not going to happen. Mono is a good player. He's definitely designing so he's not losing his Scizor again. Hopefully I can play around it, but consider our last game, I think he'll figure that out, and I basically have to be very weird on other things instead. But yeah, with all that said, thank you guys for watching. Of course, you know, root for me for tomorrow's match here on Friday. I wouldn't be surprised if I were losing again against him, because like I said, Mono is a good player, and I feel I can't play around him too well. I really need to break him apart early. If I don't do that, he's gonna win. He's a smarter player. So yeah, with all that said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the quarterfinals. Hell yeah! Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next video. Until then, take care. Bye.